Hi everyone, and welcome back to my art channel. It's been a while since I've made longer videos. Lately I have been making the YouTube shorts, and that's because sometimes there is a word that God has placed on my heart to just share with you all, and so I do my best to get that word out as quickly as possible and in a timely manner, because I know that that particular word or those particular words will be a blessing onto others. So for this video, it's a quick how-to video and it's simple art. So anyone could make this art. It's a drawing, well, a painting of an apple. You do want to make a sketch first, and you do want to have a reference photo in order to begin this process. Now you can draw freely and you don't actually need a reference photo, but I recommend it because it's really helpful, especially when you're trying to make photorealistic art. So I started this video off with a sketch of an apple already, but it's really about the shapes. Once you get the shapes, then when it comes to painting, it's all about the tones. So the shapes to use when you're making an apple like this would be to think in terms of ovals. So oval for the apple, and then rectangle for the stem, and then for the leaf you can use another oval and then go back and make the design more in the shape of a leaf. As far as with the tones, you want to start out with light colors first and then use the darker colors, because it's easier to blend lighter colors with darker colors first versus like, for example, let's say you're using the color white. It's going to be hard for it to show a very vibrant white against different colors. So that's just something to keep in mind. And this is just acrylic paints here. I'm blending the colors together as I'm painting the apple. Uh, you can also blend your paints before you begin painting. That is an easier way to create the type of colors that you want that are close to the photorealistic image that you're planning to paint. Now, I could have just kept it with the regular acrylic paint, but I felt like I wanted to make this painting more photorealistic, so I'm using some oil paints. Um, the medium that I'm using is Gambling. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. I do apologize. I might be pronouncing that wrong. But yeah, Gambling medium. A lot of these oil paints I've had for a while. The cheaper ones on the right side, those they completely do not work anymore. So I had to throw those away. But the left side paints I got off of Amazon a while back. I believe it was off of Amazon. And some of those are still working, but some of them where the tops have been kind of like off, it doesn't work as well. So I'm gonna have to go back and probably throw some of those away as well. One of the pretty cool things about using oil paints is that it doesn't dry fast. It usually takes about a day or so for the paint to dry. So you can always blend the different colors, and it will be easy to make changes to your painting as well, just because the colors they don't dry for a while. Now, you could use mediums with um, acrylic paint as well, and that could also prolong some of the drying time. But I believe even with acrylic paints, the mediums that they have for those, it probably takes like about a few hours to dry. So yeah, with oil paints, it lasts a lot longer. So you could keep the background of your paintings blank. For this particular painting, I used color because it will make it look a little bit more photorealistic. So that's something to kind of keep in mind when you use colors. Yeah, I would even suggest to use um, colors that are just completely different from one another, and that will help the main picture that you're painting to pop. It will look more photorealistic. So yeah, so just blending the colors here. And as you can see, it's starting to make the apple look even more photorealistic, which is pretty cool. So that's just one of my recommendations for y'all. Y'all could try it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it works, whether that works for you as well. Okay. Yeah, so it's also helpful to use masking tape, or not masking tape. Okay, I'm using masking tape here, but when you use painter's tape, that's the best one to use, and that would keep your colors from just going on the edges. These are also some oil paints that I haven't used in a while, so it's pretty hard to open them. But once I was able to get them open, uh, they still work so great. These are actually a really good brand for oil paints. They last such a long time. And to make a painting like the one I have there, which is pretty small, you don't even need that much paint. So you could use like little bits of paint, and it, it lasts a long time as far as uh, what you're painting. And you could just use so it could just paint so much. um, the reason that this is a little bit more paint for that one is because when I was trying to open the paint and pour the paint and from the tube, it just kind of just put a little bit more paint than I want. But I'm gonna just use that for another painting. Yeah. So once this painting is complete, um, well, once this painting was complete, then I went ahead and used that extra paint to paint other things, more artwork. And once again, you only need a little bit of paint, and it's gonna last a long time. With oil painting is different, unless you're making like a huge painting. You don't need that much oil paint. So I also like to use this oil paint medium to clean my brushes as well. Of course, you want to, when you're done painting, you want to use soap and water as well, and that's going to help your brushes stay soft. But I would say to do that afterwards, after your painting is complete. But when you're painting, you could just use the oil paint medium to clean your brushes, and you could change the colors. That helps the paint just kind of work its way off. So I want to thank you all for taking the time out to watch this video, and I hope that it's helpful. I hope that some of my recommendations help.
All right.